Hi guys! So today I'm going to do another silhouette using my CraftyJenn Silhouette technique and my pre-cut vinyls. I'm working on my Lowly Beefy silicone mat, and there's links in the description if you're interested. It's super awesome to work on and they're reusable, which is super cool. So I know you can't see what the design is on this one, but it is an eagle, and basically you'll see I snip the little edges so that this little piece here doesn't pull up and wreck your vinyl, because I've had that happen and it's not cool. So I always snip them just to make sure that it doesn't happen to you, because you don't want it to come back or peel back on itself. And easy enough so this is going to be an American themed silhouette pour for all the beautiful people down in America. My brother actually lives in Florida, my sister-in-law and my niece. So I'm just going to slowly peel him off, and I like to roll it back. So that piece I kind of just peeled off, because I don't want it to stick to itself or peel back on itself. So that's why sometimes I'll just roll it off of here. And sometimes you get like one little chunk that it should be kind of better to go the opposite way, like that. There. So this is the positive side of the vinyl, and this that we're using is the negative side. So there's purposes for both. You could do 2 silhouettes with each side as well, 2 paintings. That's totally doable too. And before I was loving to put them right here in the... You might be able to hear my puppy. Before I was loving to put them right here in the first third and then just doing a solid block here, but recently I've been doing a lot of painted scenes on this side and doing the swipes over here. So I'm going to move it over just a little bit. And the nice part is when you first start out, they're totally movable. You can just move them around like so and adjust them. Just like that. Okay. There we go. And you could put these on an angle too if you wanted to, or stuff like that. I could lift it up a little more, which I might do. I might angle it a bit this way. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to maybe go like, not so much of an angle. I'm going to do it like that. Yeah. So just be careful that these pieces here and stuff wouldn't stick to themselves, or kind of wreck your vinyl. Like I said, they're movable. You can use them to position them any which way you like, and that looks beautiful. This way I'm going to paint a really cool scene on this side. Now I just take a pencil, and this just helps. I just draw a quick line. You can just kind of indicate where your silhouette is once you've placed it in the position you want on your canvas. That way when you peel up your pre-cut vinyl in order to put the Liquid-X gloss on, you will know kind of where you have to put that gloss. So I have my Liquid-X gloss here in the cool Lowly Beefy bottles, which are really awesome, because you can adjust how much you want to come out of the bottle, or if you just want a little, you just twist it open a little. If you want lots, you can open it up way more. And I'm going to peel back this, and I'm actually just going to squish some on. I have a nice big brush, and I just take that gloss and I go back and forth. So you want to go under your vinyl and out from it, just like that. And you do want to put this vinyl down while it's wet, and then you push down with your brush using the Liquid-X gloss. I'm gonna put, so don't worry if you get some on this side, because you're gonna be doing a nice acrylic swipe. So if you get any out here in the open, it's just gonna dry clear and you're gonna be swiping paint over top. So it's not a worry if you want. If you even spread some over here, not gonna affect it. So I'm pushing down on the edge because I like to have the silhouette come down on the sides. I might need a little bit of extra gloss. You want a very thin layer. You do not want a thick layer of gloss. So just a nice thin layer. If you were to do a thick layer, it will probably peel up a whole bunch of gesso, and maybe even, because it'll stick really good if you do a really thick layer of gloss. So you don't want to do that. So I just push down, just like this, and voila. Okay. Peel back this side, do a little bit of gloss. And I put quite a bit of gloss, so I'm going to spread it out lots, just like you see me doing here. That way I don't get a thick amount underneath. And then as I'm putting the vinyl down, you simply push down with your brush, making sure to get all the air bubbles out. Liquid-X gloss will actually dry fairly quickly, so just know that if you're finding that it's kind of dried already on you when you're trying to put it down, just kind of put some out there. I'm gonna do this. I've already spread some over this whole area. There we go. Pick up a little bit extra for on top. This is what's going to seal your silhouette. Okay, so that is pretty much it. That's how we're going to seal this pre-cut vinyl down. And I have to let this dry fully before we can do the beautiful swipe. But we'll come back and do some painting. So now that everything is dry and the pre-cut vinyl is now sealed to the canvas, ready to use my red, white, and blue for a beautiful American flag themed acrylic pour swipe. These paints are all from Artist Loft, but you can use any kind of acrylic paint to do your pour paintings with. If you're ever interested in my mixing formula, I have an ebook for beginners on my website. There's a link in the description. It's not very expensive, and it has all the details and links to videos and also supplies in there, so you can check that out if you're interested. But basically, once they're mixed, I put silicone in the red and blue, but I did not put any silicone in the white because that's what I'm going to use to swipe over. And that's what gives you the really big cells, or cell action, I guess, in your paintings. So that silicone is going to try to come up through the paint that does not have the silicone in it, so the white. And I just poured the blue and red on the right side in kind of like stripes, kind of like the flag. And then I even added a bit of white in between and then swiped over. And I wanted more of the red and blue to come closer to the eagle, so I actually swiped back towards the eagle and then swiped back over it. So don't be afraid to swipe a couple of times if you need to. It's totally doable. I've done it many, many times, and you'll still get cells that'll pop up and it'll look really, really pretty. So especially if you want more of the color towards your silhouette, or if you even want, you can put cells all the way over your silhouette and have them come right up into the eagle. That's totally possible. You'll see it happens in his claw at the bottom with the red. You get cell action right there, and that's only doable with the pre-cut vinyls. So I'm super happy with how this one turned out, and I think it looks really cool. And I wanted to do this American flag theme because I'm just thinking of everybody I know down there, and I know nobody can travel or visit right now. So this is my little tribute to everybody down in the USA that we can't visit right now. But I thought that this worked out really good. And I used all of the drippings on the side to make a really cool red, white, and blue paint skin that turned out really cool. That's going to be beautiful for maybe jewelry, or I could use it on a book cover or cut it out to use it in some kind of art piece. I think that worked out pretty cool. So I have lots of videos on my CraftyJenn Silhouette technique, but basically once you seal your pre-cut vinyl, we'll go through it and you do your swipe, and then you got to wait quite a few days. This one took, I think, almost a week to dry fully. And then I just cleaned the silicone off of the painting after. And I thought I had actually videotaped myself removing the vinyl, but for some reason, I guess I must have clicked the button twice. So I have lots of videos where I remove the vinyl. You just take your time and remove it slowly, just peeling it back, and it should be good. So I'll show you how I fix the mistakes that sometimes happen when you peel back the vinyl. So sometimes you get some of the gesso, especially with the cheaper canvases, you'll get the gesso that peels up. And also I had a little bit of paint leakage underneath by his beak, but I just used a Dremel to sand it. So here I'm just showing you how I'm going to fix that paint leakage because it is bumpy and I want the surface of the canvas to be flatter. And I'm just using my Dremel. I have a drill bit on the end, and just be very, very careful. I hold it flat to the same level playing field, I guess, as the canvas. I just kind of swipe to make the paint disappear there because it's kind of bumpy. You can use sandpaper and just hand sand it as well. It just takes a little bit more work, but it's totally doable. And then you don't run the risk of potentially sanding right through your canvas, which could be very detrimental. But I just sanded it down, made it all nice and smooth, and it's ready to go. So now it's time to apply the positive side of my pre-cut vinyls, which you get the positive and negative side. And this is going to help protect your acrylic swipe painting while you paint the negative side on your canvas. So you just peel off the vinyl delicately. Watch, because there's sometimes very little little areas of the vinyl that can kind of stick back on itself. On this eagle, I kind of pulled the whole thing off at once, but a lot of times I'll just roll the vinyl off onto the canvas, and it is repositionable. So take your time. It should match up perfectly, obviously, with the silhouette from the painting. And you just line it up, put it down, and you're ready to paint the negative side. Now I also use some painter's tape to extend on the wing at the top because I had placed this vinyl on an angle. So that's always an option if you want. You could just use painter's tape to extend any portion of the vinyls or protect any portion of the other side of the painting that you need to. Always an option to do that. So now that my acrylic pour painted side is protected with the vinyl, I'm ready to paint the negative side. And I wanted to paint a more detailed, realistic looking American flag. So I spent quite a bit of time on it, just getting the folds right and stuff like that, make it look way more realistic than the abstract side. My eagle silhouette is protected, so I'm not too worried about that. And I hope you guys enjoy watching me quickly speed paint this beautiful American flag. And I'll come back when it's time to do the big reveal and peel off the eagle silhouette. So I'm about to peel back the vinyl silhouette to reveal the eagle. So the vinyl has been doing its job protecting the beautiful acrylic swipe painting that you create, or that we've created here. And you just want to take your time, just peel it back slowly. You might find that the vinyl will rip in places, but you can leave the rip parts on and just kind of get them with a X-Acto knife afterwards. And once you've peeled all of the vinyl off, that's when you can double check your edges. You might have to do a few touch-ups here and there. I had to with some white on a few. I just had a little bit of red that leaked under, because we don't seal this vinyl down. It's just kind of sitting on top. So peel it back, and then I also decided to actually paint the eagle's head and its claw to kind of make it look more like an eagle instead of just a straight up silhouette. So you can leave it as a silhouette, or you can paint a realistic painting on top. So I hope you enjoy watching me finish the rest of this beautiful American eagle painting.